So I originally had a whole nother video planned for today. I had a whole real vlog of what I did today and a lot of different stuff in there, going through interviews and talking about how I enjoy the co-op process, or rather how I didn't enjoy the co-op process. But I realized that there is something far more pressing I need to address. My good friend Montana, he is running a great marketing agency, by the way. He brought up the very real concern of finding customers. So what are some tips you can use to get better at your sales prospecting? One of my favorites has always been LinkedIn prospecting. So I want to show you guys exactly what goes into it and how you can get better at LinkedIn prospecting yourself. And this doesn't, by the way, this doesn't require Sales Navigator or anything else. To start, use LinkedIn, use it for free, use it as how you have it, and as you start using it with greater and greater quantities, get Sales Navigator if it works for your business and if your prospects are on LinkedIn. Because before I get too far into this video, go where your prospects are, not where you think you want to be. If your prospects are on LinkedIn, go on LinkedIn. If they're on Facebook, go on Facebook. If they're not on social media, don't spend time on social media. So, if you're ready, let's get right into it. So, first of all, the format for this is going to be a little bit different. As you can see, hopefully in post I'll add this. There should be a little video here, or maybe the other side, who knows. But that will be my screen for all this, so that you don't have to watch a video of a screen, which I think by now nobody actually likes if you actually care about what's happening on the screen. So that means I won't be looking directly at the camera for most of this, but let's get right into it. If you can see what I'm doing on the screen right now, you can see that I am on my LinkedIn. By the way, this is a pretty great post from my team over at FreightPath. This is exactly what we're talking about here. Don't do mass cold calling, by the way. So we have all this here. How do we use this for sales prospecting? Well, let's start. Let's just say that I'm in the transportation industry and I'm searching for people. Very easy. First thing you do, go into the search bar and press people. Seems common sense, but you gotta do this. You see that you only have 4 filters. This is not enough to filter down to who you need. Let's go to all filters. Hell, let's try an example where you're trying to market to me. So imagine you're a marketing agency or a sales consultancy really looking at reaching marketing decision makers like me. How do you do that through LinkedIn? Well, let me show you. First of all, you want to select first and second connections. You can add specific connections. So if you want to access somebody's specific network, this is how you do it. Let's just say we want a geographic region because we don't want to target anywhere. We want to focus really on the Ottawa region and the Toronto region. That's it. We can think about what current companies they're at, what school they went to, what profile English. We want to make sure that we only talk to English people because I can only speak English professionally. We can talk about industries. Let's talk about marketing and advertising. That's what I want to focus on. Past companies, we can talk about that. Job interests. I don't find this super useful, but if you are reaching out to one of these two, joining a nonprofit board or pro bono consulting, this is definitely something you can use for your benefit. And services, let's talk about it. Marketing, they want to do marketing. Marketing consultancy, they want to do that. Business consulting, coaching, and consulting. These are all things I would love to get. And title, let's just say something like, let's just say we want to send it to the key decision maker here. Let's look for CEO. Let's apply. So we have 12 filters. Obviously, I do not have Sales Nav right now. I actually have it turned off for this account because the rest of the sales team is doing a lot of the prospecting for us at FreightPath, but you can imagine you would see hundreds of these things. And that would be something that everyone on LinkedIn can access. Obviously, once you go through, I think it is 500-600 searches, they realize that you are using it for a sales purpose at scale, and they force you to purchase Sales Navigator, which if you're using it at that scale is a great buy at $80 in my opinion. But you can see that I can directly see who I'm targeting. You can see the exact people that I'm looking at. So let's connect with Joseph. Seems like a good guy. Joseph Rothstein, founder and CEO at Social Media 55. Really interesting digital marketing industry that he's doing. We can research about him. So what I would do if I were prospecting right now is that I would go through his profile, read his about, read his featured. This is clearly what he cares about, what he wants to present to his brand. Let's go to the company page. This is really important. Follow the company if you haven't already. It shows that you care. Plus, you get updates from a targeted client in your prospect base. Go into it, you can see that they have 10 employees, which means they are a fairly small company. You're learning more about the company, you can personalize your sales pitch, and you can show exactly the type of value that they need to use your services and succeed. So let's visit their website and learn a little bit more about them. You can see that their focus is on increasing their media presence. Now, let's say from my perspective, I was running a marketing consultancy aimed at their website, which is something I'm pretty comfortable with and something I've done a lot of. So you can see their website, there's a lot of different things here. One of the big issues I have with this website is that the call to action isn't clear. Instead of one big call to action, there's this form that's laid out on top of an image, which I find is a little bit hard to read. And I'm guessing I'm not the only one. So I will craft a pitch specifically for Joseph here. If I connect, if I add a note, and I say, for example, in this note, hey Joseph, was checking out Social Media 55, love the work that you do. I have a few tips on how you can improve your website to get more CTAs. Are you interested in finding out? And it's something that I am sure he would be interested in, and it brings a lot of value, and you can actually deliver specific value to him. Now, the way I would do this once we are connected is that I would send him a video message of me literally screen recording my screen right now, going through the Social Media 55 website and clicking name by email, by phone, by website, and showing him exactly the process that a prospect would have to fill out, asking him if he's considered this, and showing him the empirical evidence that I've collected in the past that, hey, there is an issue here. People can't see your CTAs. This might be something you want to check with your target audience based around it. You never want to lose people off of that first CTA. And this is just one prospect. It is time consuming, and it is not the most fun process, but it gets you fantastic leads. It is really cheap up front, and you're providing a real benefit to them. When you're LinkedIn prospecting, do not just cold message people for the sake of cold messaging them. Find a way you can actually bring value to their day, and I guarantee they will reciprocate some value back, even if it isn't a purchase of your service, but rather a referral, which is almost as good. Hopefully this video and this weird vlog has shown you a little bit on how you can use LinkedIn prospecting to do better in your business. And hopefully you can use some of these tips and really figure out how to jumpstart your sales campaigns. Cheers.